This journey isn't about checking off places. It's about discovery, beneath the palm branches, behind the temple walls, and around the mountain edges, challenging us and seducing us every step of the way.
This'll do for a few hours.
It's said that Vietnam's story is heard both above and below the ground, with echoes of the past shaping its future. It's a story rooted in resistance, from control by foreign powers to its own powers of beauty, culture, and people that make it irresistible.
It's always really nice to support a local family.
If you are new here, we are Ruth and Martin, and we are on a journey to explore as much of this beautiful planet as we can. And now we're in Vietnam on a 2-week group adventure, traveling from the Mekong Delta in the south, up through the central coast and to the majestic mountains of the north. And from the moment we landed in Ho Chi Minh City, we felt welcomed not only by Vietnam's sights, tastes, and smells, but also with its touch.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Our trip started with a quick flight from Siem Reap, Cambodia to Ho Chi Minh City, also known as Saigon.
Jeez, it's boring out there.
This is our third small group tour with Intrepid, having just traveled with them to Morocco last year and just finishing a Cambodia tour before arriving here.
That is really something.
While we primarily travel independently, we've liked how Intrepid organizes their tours, their itineraries, and the local insight provided by their guides. And on this trip, our guide was named Tan.
So I'm going to show you the entrance.
The 2-week tour starts in Ho Chi Minh City, and then a day out in the Mekong Delta. We return to Ho Chi Minh City to catch a flight to the ancient towns of Hoi An and Hue. We jump on another flight to the capital city of Hanoi, spend a couple days in the breathtaking town of Tam Coc, before we end our trip in the dreamy Ha Long Bay. Having met our fellow tour travelers, it was time to jump in headfirst into the heavy history of Vietnam. While we were on a group tour, we recognized that no one else in the group signed up to be in a video, so we strived to be respectful and keep the focus on us unless they said okay. But group dynamics do play a huge role when traveling with others, and this group was awesome. As we approached our first stop, curiosity was high, as the Cu Chi tunnels aren't just history, they're testimony.
It's a lot larger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
How complex of a system.
I'm really curious to see the trap door.
So the Vietnamese people used this place as the place of hiding weapons and also people, the troops in here.
So there were 250 kilometers of tunnels that went through all of this, just one area.
And this used to be a U.S. military base, and those tunnels were underneath.
All right underneath them. And it's crazy how there were 3 levels of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deep, the third level, 15 meter deep, and then they just go to the third level when they cannot fight anymore, and they go to the third level and prepared to run away from this area from in the river, in the name of Saigon River on that side.
So there's a shooting range nearby. It's, I guess, a public shooting range. It's a little unnerving that you constantly hear all this gunfire from the shooting range.
Touring the site, we were shown the many different types of traps the Viet Cong used.
So there's the traps here just to slow them down, not to kill people, right? The reason why they put the buffalo dungs on here, for the people who fall in there, they can get infections.
There's so many different types of traps that they use to stop or slow down or injure or kill American soldiers. Ingenious, but also horrific.
From mobile camps and buried kitchens to forward and backward facing sandals that hid the direction of movement, we learned how the Vietnamese concealed their presence.
It's amazing how hidden they were.
Yeah, and they always had their escape route.
Sometimes you cannot tell that this is an entrance. Anyone else?
Try to get it. I'm in.
Oh.
Wait. You want to go out,
And
you
the
go
leaves.
straight your arms up before you go out. Straight your arms up.
It is so claustrophobic in there.
It was interesting to learn about the complexity of the tunnel system.
Tunnel's gonna go down like this and up again. At this place, they can keep water in here. So when the American troops pump the gas inside here, the water is gonna be the one stop the gas from outside.
Yeah, now we can actually walk into the tunnel, or at least crouch into the tunnel. We're already probably about this is about 10 meters underground now.
Holy cow. Oh yeah, and stay crouching. Big step. Ow. Ooh, careful, careful, careful.
Oh, wow.
Holy moly.
This, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see.
You gotta really watch your head.
Yeah. And we step down even further, deeper.
Wow. Hold on. I can't even see.
So there's this term called the black echo that American troops used. And I can see why. It's just pitch black. And I am shoulder width apart and I'm hitting. Oh, there's another tunnel. Hey, Ruth, which way did you go? Straight. Okay. I don't want to go left. Oh my God. Wow.
I could not. I mean, I guess if you have bombs dropping on you, you do that, but whoa. Now being in 20 meters of tunnels, could you imagine?
Like that was just nothing. And the fact that they just went running through there and they lived down there.
And they had long rifles that they had to carry, and I was shoulder width, and I could barely move.
I mean, you're crouching down. I'm not tall, but wow, that was something.
Yeah, that was incredible to go through. I just can't imagine having to be down there and spend hours down there in that darkness. That was a little scary. Everywhere you look, there's just remnants of the war, from the tank to barbed wire on a pole. I can't imagine the horrors of living here for the Viet Cong and the Vietnamese people, but also just the American soldiers as well, having to fight through this, whether they wanted to or not. That was their orders. It's really, really a great learning lesson as to why war is not great.
While governments may declare victory or loss for the soldiers that were maimed or killed, or for the families that lost a loved one, I can't help but feel there is no winner in war. Back in Saigon, it was time for some lunch, before checking out more of the city, including the old post office.
It's obviously inspired. It was built by the French, so.
It looks like a train station.
As well as the street where a monk set himself on fire in protest, and the rooftop of the former U.S. Embassy.
Yeah, Fall of Saigon is where the U.S. Embassy was, and they evacuated the last remaining members or U.S. personnel.
So I'm sure a lot of people have seen pictures of the helicopters landed to take people out of Saigon when it fell. I think it's kind of strange that today it's an apartment building. They don't use the top. You're not allowed to go on the top anymore, but underneath it's just all regular apartments.
Saigon's importance during the war is clear, and the War Remnants Museum adds layers to what war means, to a country, to a people.
So the building that the War Remnants Museum is held in is actually the old U.S. propaganda building. They called it the U.S. Information Office. It sounds innocuous. It was really all about propagating U.S. propaganda around Southeast Asia. So it's a fitting place to have this museum and talk about the tragedies of this war. And obviously there's all the stuff around the tanks and the aircraft that the Americans used.
Telling the impact of war through photos, exhibits, and personal accounts, it didn't feel appropriate or was too disturbing to film, especially the room dedicated to the use of Agent Orange.
I just don't understand how people can let that happen. It's shocking how horrible and horrific our actions were. No words.
Things always wig me out.
Well, it's hard to have anything to say after seeing that. You don't know what to say. It's just shock, horror, anger, embarrassment, sorry, but none of that matters. It's hard to come to a place like this, but it's a necessary place to come to understand and learn, and hopefully learn in such a way that we don't repeat it again.
After yesterday's heaviness, it was time to leave the city behind for a change of scenery and explore another influential aspect of Vietnam. Here, the water is life. The Mekong doesn't just run through southern Vietnam, it shapes it. And today we're visiting 3 food-based cottage industries that are dependent on the delta's fertile lands.
We are on the Mekong Delta now, Mekong River now.
Our first stop is a bee yard. Why bees? Well, besides rice fields, the delta is home to many fruit orchards, one of which we will visit later. And bees are a necessary part of the crop pollination process.
Bees is going to help them to farm the tropical fruits and also bring more income with the honeys and also pollens and things as well.
They're not even interested in
No, they're not
fighting us.
interested in us at all. As long as they don't drop them, shake them, and
Yeah.
mess around with them. You're my queen bee.
So we're going to have honey tea here.
What is the little fruit? This one?
Kumquat.
Oh, wow. That's actually nice, though.
It's very nice.
On the way to our next visit, we had one of those not on my bingo card moments, drinking a fresh coconut while riding a boat down the Mekong River.
Let's try some tropical fruits.
The next stop was a family-run fruit farm.
For example, you're the owner of this house, and early morning you bring what you have to the local market, to the main market.
I would love to have a papaya tree at home.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
That would be nice.
Harry 1, rambutan. Okay, next, the grapefruit, the pineapple, and the last one is the jackfruit. All right?
And after a quick look at the farm, we got down to the serious part of the visit, the tasting.
Not sour like that.
Very mild.
Not sour or tart?
Mm-mm.
Or the jackfruit. Never had it.
It's a tiny bit sweet, but it's also savory. It's almost like it wants to be something else. It has an earthy flavor.
So this has been a really nice stop. It's actually a local family's farm. There's no other groups here, no other tourists. Walked around their family farm, which they'll harvest everything, bring it to the main market, and either sell it to other local families, or people will buy and sell it at smaller markets. It's always really nice to support a local family.
Our last local industry visit was to a candy factory that specializes in coconut-flavored treats. Oh, and apparently they specialize in the local moonshine. but none of us were brave enough to try it.
Why did it have to be snakes?
In Vietnam, their version of planes, trains, and automobiles is a little bit different. After the bus and boat ride, it was time for the tuk-tuk. While the tuk-tuk was fun, the surprise canoe ride was, I think, our preferred way of transport.
Nice, look at this.
Gliding through milky brown water, under the palms, we were in the Vietnam we had dreamed about.
No, Doc. Not yet.
Can't be over yet. That was so much fun.
That was so cool.
That was very fun.
It was time for lunch, and given where we were, we knew it was going to be fresh.
Just like he's smoking a chili pepper.
The deep-fried elephant earfish, a local speciality, and added to cucumbers, pickles, noodles, and herbs, and then wrapped in rice paper, was particularly good. And so were the fresh prawns.
Afternoon siesta.
That was a fun tuk-tuk ride.
Now we're on the last little hike to our homestay.
All right, our little cabin.
Here's our little room.
It's cute. 2 beds.
Say, here's the most important feature of the room right here.
Yeah, and the mosquito nets, which we need. But out here, we've got the jungle. But you know what? There's a vicious predator here that we have to be careful of. And that's the mosquitoes. So we're gonna bug spray all of us to make sure we don't get bit. It's gonna be so different.
Yes.
But I love being out here in the Mekong Delta jungle.
Yes.
The more we travel, the more we realize how much more we enjoy the countryside over the city. And this place was the perfect antidote to Saigon the day before.
Yeah.
We have an entire cooler of beverages.
Bathrooms. So at least on the ladies' side, there's 3 toilets, 3 showers.
Little cottage in the Mekong Delta, is that on your bingo card?
No, it wasn't necessarily on my bingo card, but it's nice to do something different. Step out of your comfort zone.
And step out of the city. It's
Yeah.
nice to be in the countryside.
Yeah.
After the mental and emotional day yesterday and the busy morning visiting the Mekong Delta, it was nice to slow down and relax and rediscover our love of hammocks.
So you ended up making a pancake.
I sort of ended up. I pointed, directed, and the talented chef over there made the pancake.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
Not great.
You know, a little bit uncomfortable, a little warm. Bed's a little hard. Time to get up.
Time
Oh, look at you.
How do you do that? We made our way back to Saigon, and if the Mekong Delta was a gentle breeze, then the street markets and the VIEN walking street at night is like a Category 5 hurricane.